Well, I got to tell you, the Chicago Sky are one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen. And today, their coach literally just waved the white flag. He quit. He literally just said, Phoenix Mercury, destroy us even more than you're destroying us right now.
The Chicago Sky aren't just having a rough patch, they're sinking fast, locked into one of the most disastrous starts in WNBA history with a disheartening 3-9 record. But even that ugly stat couldn't prepare fans for the complete collapse they suffered against the Phoenix Mercury. It didn't look like a competitive loss, it looked like a white flag. Midway through the third quarter, Coach Tyler Marsh pulled the plug on the entire starting lineup, not as a tactical move, but like a captain abandoning a sinking ship. This wasn't coaching, it was damage control. And right in the middle of this implosion, Angel Reese, the player many expected to lead the charge. Instead, her performance has been a major letdown. If you honestly think she's the weakest link in the league right now, type baby giraffe in the comments. Let's talk about it.
Like, oh my God, this team is garbage. Golly. Man, Angel Reese with a triple single, 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. She was a minus 25.
Angel Reese, part 43. Let's get it. National TV stinker. Uh-oh. Temper tantrum. Bang! She only took 1 shot in the game. It's because her teammates refused to give her the ball. On the bright side, at least she has a podcast. Am I right? Bang! Sure, just take your sweet old time getting back on D, huh? Know where to be. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Look at that. Team player. Put her to the All-Star game.
Now let's rewind for a second. The Sky entered that game already in freefall, dropping 5 of their previous 6 matchups. They've been averaging an eye-watering 18.9 turnovers per game, the worst in the WNBA. That's not just careless basketball, that's like attempting brain surgery while wearing oven mitts. This isn't a team that's simply offbeat, it's like they've lost the entire playbook and are making it.
This team stinks. Angel Reese not even in top 10 in all-star voting. This team stinks. A triple single, and y'all was out there ranting and raving, talking about her all-star. She should be an all-star. Like, man, come on, bro. Come on, man.
The Mercury sensed weakness early and attacked without hesitation, racing to a dominant 31-8 lead in the first quarter. Chicago made it all too easy, coughing up 8 turnovers that handed Phoenix 13 free points. But the moment this game turned from bad to historic embarrassment came in the third quarter. Phoenix came out swinging with an 11-3 run, ballooning the lead to 25. That's when Coach Tyler Marsh made the call no coach wants to make. He threw in the towel. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso were pulled from the game. Not because of foul trouble. Not for rest. But to spare them from further humiliation. This was
Chicago Sky is more like Chicago, why are you on TV? Like, they're embarrassment, bro. There's a reason why the Indiana Fever are on TV all the time, because they actually have a good product, when they have a good game, even a bad game, they're still actually fun to watch. This is horrible. Chicago Sky is an embarrassment, bro. The WNBA definitely screwed up having this game as a national televised game. They screwed up bad.
The Mercury, for their part, played like everything was on the line, hitting 56.5% from the field and a blistering 57.1% from three-point range. Sami Whitcomb turned into a human flamethrower in the second quarter, draining 5 triples like she was shooting for prizes at a fair.by the final buzzer. Phoenix had notched their first 100-point game of the season. Meanwhile, Chicago crumbled under the pressure, racking up 21 turnovers and finishing with just 86 points. This wasn't a game, it was a masterclass.
I don't know what's wrong with them, but like, they could lose this game by 40. Like, I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with this team, because today it wasn't even, I don't even think that this was an effort thing. Like, I don't even think this was an effort problem. But at the end of the day, like, They're just not good.
But the real show didn't end with the final score. The post-game press conference delivered its own brand of theater. Angel Reese, somehow, tried to spin the wreckage into a motivational speech. Despite shooting a career-worst 31.3% from the field, she stepped up to the mic and gave what sounded more like a TED Talk on resilience and mindset. In her version of events, this wasn't a blowout, it was a moment of growth. She talked about hustle, effort, and staying focused, all while grabbing just 2 rebounds and getting out-muscled on the boards by players half her size.
In a game where her team lost by 21, she was a team leading a minus 25. We still trying to post up in 2025. Spread it out like butter. Butter pecan. Only had 2 rebounds, and you're about to witness one of them. How about that? Athlete. Bang! ESPN graphic, by the way. We're on a generational run. Bang! In your first shot, 6 minutes into the third quarter. I don't care if it went in. Disgusting. How about it? Bang! Give it to her. This is a nice first-team all-cardio performance. She got her 10K steps in. Ole! 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 Angel, get back on defense!
Then came the cherry on top, Angel Reese's bold Best Sportswoman of the Year energy. "I don't complain, I just work," she declared. Ironic, considering she went 0-for-8 against the Liberty in a performance that resembled interpretive dance more than professional basketball. She's currently averaging just 9.1 points per game on an icy 30.9% shooting, yet somehow believes she's on the cusp of a breakout. That's not confidence. That's pure delusion, with a healthy side of stat chasing.
Angel Reese got completely exposed today, man. Y'all see how she only took 1 shot today versus the Mercury and only had 2 rebounds? This goes to show she can't get all those rebounds without taking hella shots, getting her own misses, man. You've been completely exposed today, bricklaying sloth. Completely. When you ain't taking all these shots and missing all these goddamn layups and shit, you can't get your rebound. So your rebounds go down because no missed shots, no rebounds, man.
And the real punchline? Reese keeps insisting she's happy with where the team is. This is a squad with more chaos than a Thanksgiving dinner where the exes showed up uninvited. Praising their growth is like admiring the arrangement of deck chairs on the Titanic. Even layups, shots within 3 feet, aren't safe from her cold streak. She's hitting just 28% from point-blank range. At this point, you might have better odds blindfolded, just tossing the ball and praying it finds the rim.
Obviously, this is my 3rd one. Obviously, it really meant something to other people today because it's me. And I just focus on basketball. I come into work every day and work. I don't complain. I don't care about anything else. I have bad days. I haven't been playing well at all. And I can sit here and just mope around and point the finger, but it's been me. And I take accountability. I come in every day and try to be better than the next and better than the last. And I know my teammates trust me. I know they have my back. Gary has my back here every day. And I just love that being a part of a team that I know really trusts me and trusts my work, and everything else is everything else. I'm just here just to come to work every day and go home. That's all I want to do, is just come to work and being able to enjoy my job that I love. People would die and kill to have this job. And being able to play with the best players in the world means a lot to me. I put my all in this. I do.
Coach Tyler Marsh was supposed to be the franchise savior, the guy with back-to-back championships in Vegas who'd turn things around in Chicago. Instead, he now looks like a man caught in a very public existential meltdown. He was brought in to develop Reese, unleash Cardoso, and mold a contender. What has ended up leading is a masterclass in basketball misery. That meltdown against Phoenix. It became his defining moment. Down by 25 in the 3rd quarter, Marsh didn't call a timeout, didn't give a speech, he just pulled the plug and bailed like he was ejecting from a crashing aircraft. He later claimed it was to protect players during a back-to-back stretch. But we saw that look, it wasn't strategy, it was surrender. That wasn't the face of a coach managing a game. That was the face of a man silently wondering where it all went wrong, and how fast he can update his resume. This isn't coaching anymore, it's crisis control with a clipboard.
And the Sky aren't just losing, they're unraveling. And unless something changes fast, they won't just be the worst team in the W, they'll be the punchline too.
I mean, seriously, the Sky's on national TV and to say they're getting worked is an understatement. Angel Reese hits a three, starts to get in a rhythm. One shot. So what does Tyler do? He benched her and Cardoso. Phoenix Suns starters are killing the Chicago Sky bench players. In fairness, they were killing the starters too. All right. Down 36.
And through it all, Angel Reese keeps acting like there's a league-wide conspiracy against her. But it's not the league. It's not the refs. It's the missed shots. The turnovers. The failure to out-rebound guards half her size. She wants to be a star, but stardom isn't earned in post-game soundbites. It's earned on the court. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are out there grinding, taking hits, and knocking down logo threes, while the Sky still can't figure out if they're rebuilding or simply falling apart. Phoenix gave them a blueprint on how to play with fire. Chicago. They're still looking for the matches. And as for Reese, she better hope that Better Ward comes with a stat boost, because right now the numbers aren't whispering, they're screaming. At this point, the Sky aren't just losing games. They're coming undone. And if something doesn't change soon, they won't just be the worst team in the W, they'll be the league's biggest punchline.
Chicago Sky might be the worst basketball team to ever exist. It's real bad. I mean, this is a disastrous. The Chicago Sky are an abomination. It's a disastrous season. It is. Oh, they look bad. Kennedy Carter's crazier than a shithouse rat. Her 18 points a game looks awfully good right now. They've got no offense. They got nobody that can score outside of Cardoso that can grab the ball and just take over and randomly drop 18 to 28 points in a game. There's no offense. And their defense is terrible, but they have no offense. No spark plug. Nothing.
Anyone with even a shred of common sense could see what was really happening. Tyler Marsh wasn't pulling off some next-level coaching move, he had simply reached his breaking point, forced to watch his team unravel like a slow-motion car crash. He didn't bench the starters because it was strategic, he did it out of mercy. It was the basketball equivalent of calling your mom to pick you up early from summer camp because the vibes were all wrong. And this wasn't just an isolated moment of frustration. Marsh has been waving red flags in post-game pressers like a man stuck in a basketball version of Groundhog Day. "We can't keep beating ourselves," he muttered, after yet another self-inflicted avalanche of turnovers wiped out any momentum. The coach once hired to shape rising stars now spends most of his energy explaining away implosions, less like a leader, more like a crisis interpreter with a whistle.
Chicago Sky might be the worst basketball team to ever exist. It's real bad. I mean, this is a disastrous. The Chicago Sky are an abomination. It's a disastrous season. It is. Oh, they look bad. Kennedy Carter's crazier than a shithouse rat. Her 18 points a game looks awfully good right now. They've got no offense. They got nobody that can score outside of Cardoso that can grab the ball and just take over and randomly drop 18 to 28 points in a game. There's no offense. And their defense is terrible, but they have no offense. No spark plug. Nothing.
Tyler Marsh arrived in Chicago with the resume of a savior, the guy who'd mold raw talent into future All-Stars. Instead, he's found himself stuck in the role of damage control spokesperson, spinning chaos into coach speak while grasping at whatever optimism he can find. Take his recent comments on turnovers, for example. "We've had more possessions than other teams, but we keep giving them back." Translation: "My players treat ball security like it's optional, and I'm one bad game away from joining a monastery." To really understand how deep this hole goes, you have to zoom out and look at the Sky's broader track record. That 0-4 start? Tied for the worst in franchise history. And it hasn't just stayed bad, it's gone full Titanic. They were outscored by a combined 60 points in their first two games, the worst two-game start in WNBA history. But what's even more damning isn't just the stats, it's the way they're losing. In a matchup against Indiana, they managed only 52 points, their lowest total since 2011. At the same time, they've allowed opponents to drop over 91 points in 4 consecutive games. This isn't a slump. It's not even just a losing streak. It's a nationally broadcast collapse.
Camila Cardoso was killing it in this game. 7 of 9 from the field, 77.8%. That's how a big is supposed to shoot. All right. Angel only shot the ball once. She did have 6 free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 points. Camilla had 17. And I got to tell you, some of these players can't hit water if they fell out of a boat. It was ugly.
On defense, the Sky are making history for all the wrong reasons. They currently hold the worst defensive rating in the league, a staggering 113.6, while giving up nearly 95 points per game. They haven't held a single opponent under 90 all season. Every matchup has become a highlight reel for the other team. Opponents are shooting 45.1% from deep, like they've been handed open gym access rather than facing professional defense. It's less a defensive scheme and more a nightly invitation to light it up. And in the middle of this mess, Camila Cardoso, the brightest glimmer in an otherwise bleak scene. She put up 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting against Phoenix, a breakout performance by any standard. But instead of turning heads, her effort vanished beneath the rubble of yet another team-wide meltdown. Anyone paying attention can see it. Her body language has changed. What started as hopeful and eager now reads more like silent desperation. She looks frustrated, especially when Angel Reese takes the floor solo, turning broken plays into chaotic one-woman missions. The glances Cardoso shoots toward the bench say it all. She's not just tired, she's trapped, like a character in a slow-burning psychological thriller.
Roster unfortunately was not built for success. With Courtney Vandersloot going down with the ACL injury, I just don't know how the Sky are going to weather this. See, teams have the Chicago Sky figured out. They figured out that they can go crazy from behind the arc because the Chicago Sky's perimeter defense is just not there. It's not effective. I was on the floor. I saw them fighting to get around these screens. They just can't get there.
Camila Cardoso deserves so much better. She's been consistent, efficient, and one of the few bright spots on a fading team, while Angel Reese continues to barrel into traffic like it's her favorite pastime. And yet, both were benched like guilty parties in some kind of group punishment. Marsh didn't pull them to strategize, he pulled them to save face. The optics were rough. The message, even worse. But let's be clear, this isn't just a Reese problem. It's not solely on Marsh either. The dysfunction runs deeper. The Sky built this roster like they were drawing names from a raffle, then crossed their fingers and hoped for playoff chemistry. What they got instead is a team that can't defend, can't shoot, and treats ball security like an optional drill. With nearly 19 turnovers a game, they're practically handing out wins, no effort required. For comparison, elite WNBA teams average around 13 or 14 turnovers per game. The Sky are giving away 5 or 6 extra possessions every night like it's part of a community outreach program.
It's bad. This was rough. Chicago Sky are not a good team. Why are they on TV so much? Wow. Sky coach benched his starters for most of the third quarter, still to play in a nationally televised game. Effing quitter. Chicago Sky loves getting humiliated on.
While other franchises might take accountability and make real adjustments, the Sky have chosen a different path, excuses and motivational slogans. But championship teams don't collapse under pressure, they adapt, they respond. The Sky. They just find new ways to make a bad situation worse. At this point, the question isn't can they turn it around. It's how much worse can this get? Marsh's decision to pull his starters may have been understandable on a human level, but competitively, it was a surrender. As for Angel Reese, she's gone from college phenom to professional cautionary tale. Her post-game interviews have become less about insight and more like performance art, saying she's improving while her numbers keep plummeting. It's like watching someone drown while they insist they're learning.
Sky get blown out again, down 30 at home. Sky, if y'all was down by 30, y'all stink. Y'all are the jokes of the league, the laughing stock. Y'all can't talk about anybody else's team. This roster is trash. Y'all coach might be trash. The organization has been buns. We will see. We will see. But as of right now, Chicago Sky are trash. It was down 30 again. Angel Reese with a triple single. It is what it is, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.
Reese keeps talking about staying positive, expanding her range, and learning from every miss, and sure, that sounds good on paper. But then you look at the numbers, she's shooting under 31% from the field and missing layups like it's her second job. Working on my game has gone from a mantra to a punchline. The hard truth? The Sky miscalculated everything, from player development to game strategy. Reese's athleticism helped her dominate in college, but in the pros, everyone is fast, strong, and skilled. And instead of prepping her for that leap, the organization bet everything on upside and completely forgot about readiness.